Pumpkin honey buns. Ingredients: 1 package of active dry yeast and 1/4 teaspoons. 3½ cups of all-purpose flour. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 cup of granulated sugar. 1/2 cup of warm water, about 105 degrees Fahrenheit to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. 1/4 cup of canned pumpkin puree. 1/4 cup of honey. 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, melted. Confectioners sugar for dusting optional. Instructions: activate the yeast. In a small bowl, combine the warm water and yeast. Stir to dissolve the yeast and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes or until the mixture becomes frothy. Combine dry ingredients in a large mixing bowl. Whisk together the flour, sugar, and salt. Add pumpkin and spices. Add the pumpkin puree, honey, cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger to the dry ingredients. Mix until a shaggy dough forms. Add yeast mixture and melted butter. Add the yeast mixture and melted butter to the dough. Mix until a sticky dough forms. Knead the dough. Turn the dough out onto a floured surface and knead for 5 to 10 minutes or until the dough becomes smooth and elastic. Let the dough rise. Place the dough in a greased bowl. Cover it with plastic wrap and let it rise in a warm place for about 1 hour or until it is doubled in size. Punch down the dough. Punch down the dough and divide it into 8 to 10 equal pieces. Shape the buns. Roll each piece into a ball and then flatten it slightly into a disc shape. Let the buns rise again. Place the buns on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper, leaving about 1 inch of space between each bun. Cover them with plastic wrap and let them rise for another 30 to 40 minutes or until they have puffed up slightly. Bake the buns. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, 190 degrees Celsius. Bake the buns for 15 to 20 minutes or until they are golden brown. Glaze with honey optional. While the buns are still warm, brush them with a little bit of honey for a sweet and sticky glaze. Dust with Confectioners sugar optional. Dust the buns with Confectioners sugar for a sweet and elegant finish.